Yo, man, welcome back. First smoke of the day. Big episode, Emerald Cup 2021. And our man right here decided to join us. It's Pat God, your host. Black Leaf, my co-host. And this is episode 31. And we got here Mr. Kushington 415.
That's good,
Thank you
boys.
for coming on, homie. Thank you for making time.
Thank you for having me, bro. It's an honor.
Straight up, man. And you've had a hell of a weekend this weekend for sure.
It's been busy, very busy. Started with Ego Clash, stopped by Emerald Cup. Now I'm stopping by the first smoke of the day. So
Straight up.
yeah,
We're going to keep it popping. Keep it smoking. I got my videographer in the back telling me to shut doors and shit, but I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're going to spark up another LemonUp instead
let's do it.
and fog this bitch out.
I definitely smell that lemon in the air.
And you brought some terps. Let's talk about this because we just hit this shit in the Puffco and this shit was crazy. LemonUp, cold cure.
Yep, that rosin. Shout out to the boys Gelt. Did a little project with them. They helped me out. Gave me some game on how to harvest for rosin and extracts and all that. So shout out to them. Without them kind of helping me through, guiding me through, because I'm a straight flower guy. I'm not around the hash too much. So it's just good to learn game and get game from them, from some real hash makers, you know.
It's looking beautiful, man. The color, the texture, and the terps. The terps honestly take me way back. It's a crazy flavor and no jack. Like, that's what I love about it. It's this no jack lemon.
Free.
No jack, no super lemon haze. No, none of that. That just that straight lemon.
Straight
Fire.
lemon.
Yeah.
Beautiful terps, man. Beautiful strains. And I like the look too. It's a very homegrown look on all your flower.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah. Gotta keep it authentic, man. Don't gotta be trim bald, you know. It's
You're not hiding anything,
yeah.
right?
Little leaves deserve love too. All crystalled up, you know. Keep it on there.
I always tell people to even a little leaf shows that if you know what I'm saying, you can't hide any problems either.
No, not at all. Because it will show up if you do have some problems. It will show up. So yeah.
How long you been growing?
Shit, I started around say 17. My mom got pretty sick. And she was going towards the end of quadriplegic. So I should have started earlier, but I was like, Moms, I'm rocking with you. I'm gonna help you out. Like, you know, I'm here until the end. So let me grow some. And you know, she was like, yeah, let's do it. She was kind of like the undercover smoker. You know, the parent smokers who, you know, they don't want to have their kids doing it too young, or they just kind of talk down on it, you know, in the adolescent ages. And yeah, so she was like, run it. And I started out with one light, just stayed one light for 2 years, really honed in the craft. Didn't source any clones, no clones. Every new run was a new seed pop. And I think that's how I really gained or understood the value of the variety a pack of seeds can bring, 100 seeds can bring, you know. So
You took the long haul from the beginning.
yeah, and it's I really believe it really checks that you're not in it for the money, because we all know pheno hunt ain't gonna get you no money. You know, there's
That's
gonna be
passion.
there's gonna be studs and duds, or, you know, good girls and bad ones. So
Do you remember the first ones you popped?
I popped 2 blue cookie bag seeds that were from a good batch one of my homies had, and they got popped some papaya punch from I think Oni, or I think it was Oni, or I forget what their brand was a little further back, but did that one. I was kind of just randomly, you know, buying seeds, and I was buying seeds like I had a warehouse and I had one light. So I still got a ton of seeds.
Sound like this guy right here. Sitting next to me, man. I'm still wondering where that tackle box is at. I got some thousands invested in that thing.
I literally have a little wine fridge, and I got all my seeds in that now because I was so afraid that we got so much invested that, like, I don't want it to go bad. Yeah. So I bought a little mini fridge. And I actually put damp rid, and like they have these packets that absorb moisture. So you put that in the mini fridge so that there's no moisture that gathers. And so there's, you know, they can't germinate, no issues. Right. And supposedly you can store it for 20 plus years. 50 degrees about.
I'm gonna need to get me one because I have yet to. They're in like a box down in the garage, cool dark space, but I definitely need to get it a little more official. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll talk after this. I put you in. I'll put you on what I'm.
Yeah.
I got put on by somebody. I'll pass it on.
That's dope, man. You got to get some of them things pop.
Well, look at this, bro.
Let's talk about this, man. And actually, let's go back even before the growing.
Yeah.
And shout out to moms, man, for creating such a dope creator yourself and you putting out this amazing ass product and the passion shines straight
Thank
through.
you, bro. Thank you.
That's major, for real. Major purpose. So, but take us back to a young Mr. Kushington and your first times, your first experience smoking weed or seeing weed, or, moms was smoking. Was she smoking out and about, or she was
tucked back in the bathroom, back in the bedroom, door closed.
Like most parents.
Yeah. So
with much respect,
Yeah. First time I ran into it, I ran into like this nug and I hit up my boy and he's like, "How much is it, dude? How much is it?" And I'm like, I don't know. I hear the dimes, nickels, quarter stuff. I'm like, looks like I got a quarter. He's like, all right.
He's like, you came up.
Yeah. So I just like had it, went over to my homies, shout out Bixby, RIP. Smoked out of that plastic red bong, little foil bowl. Got it done. I don't think I got too lit, but that was the first time. And then probably the time where it really kind of came full force into my life was it was about like sophomore year. Had double days for football. So my apartment, school was over here, boys' house was in the middle. So I walked to school, or I would walk to practice. And so like first day, intercepted straight to my boy's house. Fucking smoked some there. Fucking felt like I was in it. That was like my first time really like getting high. And all of a sudden next day, supposed to go to football. Stop at the house.
Damn.
Never made it to football.
Damn.
But moms thought I was going to football. So
the whole time.
2 weeks later,
and you found a smoking spot.
Yeah. 2 weeks later, it's like, hey, where you been? Where you been? They said you ain't been at football. And that was the first time we kind of had to run in with Tree and stuff. And those were the two like really memorable times.
What do you think was the first time? How old were you and what were you smoking?
I think it was probably sophomore year. So like 16-ish, 17-ish, 16-ish.
15, 16.
Yeah, definitely later start compared to some of the people I've heard on this podcast.
It's usually about 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah. I was definitely in high school. But then people don't do it again until about later high school is a trend I see, But so if you're 15, 16, what was it? Was it some chronic or was it? Bro, I definitely probably wasn't no chronic. Just some basic like train wreck, some like snow cap. What's some other ones?
Snow cap's good.
Remember the snow cap?
I'll fuck with the snow cap.
They had this like, I think it was called, you guys ever heard of Kauai? It's like, I think it's a jack cut or something, but it was just fire back then. And
where's this out of too?
Ones. Oh, so this was around San Mateo, Redwood City area, specifically San Carlos, so the town in between those two cities.
Oh yeah,
and that's what NorCal, SoCal, like
NorCal. So that's probably I say hour and a half, 2 hours down south.
There's fire around. Those,
definitely fire around. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
already know.
And so that's how we got started. But definitely been some fire around. And then you get to the part where I get the club card, the medical card, and then that's when the whole San Francisco city opens up, And that was it was just an awesome time for just weed in general,
What years we talking?
We're talking around then, so like probably like 2013, 2014.
Yep.
Somewhere around
That
there.
was about the time we had first started coming out to LA more, like experiencing like just events, shows, the culture. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, bro.
All of that. And I think that was the real boom too. Prop 215 days of just like being able to go connect directly with the club.
It was so pure. You know, it was pure.
It was
you know,
more organic, you could say, I
Yeah.
guess, right?
yeah.
The way it was able to happen. But take us into that. Like, so your mom's caught, figured out you weren't going to football, you're smoking. What was the talk like? What was next for you after that?
Next was a pretty hefty break, you know, like
Yeah.
you said, it was pretty, she laid the law down and stuff.
Yeah, she won. It was a
I
no-go.
was still like a sports guy. I was playing baseball. Football was done. But yeah, I mean, when I first got my card going up to the cities and stuff, or going up to the clubs, was they had the vapor room. They had this one called CMC, which was on Polk. And it was a dope, for that time, it was like a downstairs underground lounge. And it was kind of the first one I really seen about that. They had the fucking 2-3 foot bongs, like just crazy. That was actually the first ones I saw where they had them jarred up, like individual eighths jarred up.
Man, that's fire. And that's an SF?
SF, yeah. And that was like 13, 14 around there.
Man, they used to have dope lounges, and it's been hard to get that back. We need that back.
Very hard. Yeah, Vapor Room, another one on Haight. You know, Vapor Room just got a bunch of volcanoes set up, people session. Yeah, there's definitely more of a lounge feel back then in the 215 days.
I used to love Burberry Coast. I'm sure you've been around there.
Yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
This shit is smoking.
Getting in this LemonUp right here. The shit's. And my man brought it rolled up with the wood tip.
In
Some
like
real player shit.
beautiful.
Crazy.
Right on, bro.
It's smoking
For real,
too.
for real.
This shit'll choke you up. I've been having to hold back a cough through the microphone.
The weed's good when you stop the combo of the podcast and just
Enjoy the smoke.
enjoy the herb real quick.
Man.
You know what I mean? And just
Yeah, shit'll hit you deep.
bro,
dude.
shout out to you, man, because I feel like you're an up and comer, young indie, creator, and you're one of the few that's kept, if not the only that I know of, that's really kept that real lemon terp alive.
Yeah.
So it's fucking talk to us about, after it was cool again, you obviously started smoking again. You get your rec card or your medical card, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Rec card, your medical card. Yep.
Yep. And then, you got into growing and stuff, the one light, and tell us about that. And then,
All right, I'll give you one more story with my best friend. He lives down in SoCal now. After school, we were still in high school. After school, I'm making trips up to SF. Like, it's 30 minutes up north. I'm making trips with my best friend, and we're just fucking buying a bunch of trees, smoking, doing whatever. And then one day, there's an anonymous note on my front door, like taped on my front door. And it's like, hey, your son is driving up to San Francisco every day and going to the weed clubs and buying a bunch of weed and smoking and shit.
Wow.
And this was an anonymous note. And come to find out a week later, it's my best friend's mom. Like she wasn't having, I guess, him going with me up there. So she tried to shut that down. And so that was another very memorable story, man. It's just funny. You just look back and you crack the fuck
what type
up,
of, she left a note like on the front door or some shit?
front door just taped on the front door.
Did she just think you weren't going to get that? Like, did you get to it first?
No, I didn't get to it first. My mom, that was purposefully. No, my mom got the note. Yeah.
So what did mom say about it?
Again, another kept down on me pretty hard, but the tree just stayed in my life. So,
Was that, do you think that was the first thing you're real passionate about?
for sure, it's most passionate, and I'd say just something that's been super consistent. Some I can fall back on in good times and bad times.
And you've been able to find a community through it.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it did for me, at least.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you said, consistently.
Yeah.
And no matter what was going on in my life, you can fall back on it. You know what I mean? And that's what's dope about cannabis for real. That shit brings people together globally.
Yeah.
We experienced a little bit of that this summer and shit. And it's just like, but I would say, you know, the origins start right here, specifically the Bay Area, NorCal. And talk to us about, you know, you get the note now. Mom's is not cool with it.
Yeah.
You know, you're still smoking. When you decide, like, yo, I'm gonna start, you know, I'm gonna get the light up.
Well, this was I've been smoking for a long time. Like
you said it was like 2017, right?
Also been like a connoisseur though too. Like always been.
You wanted the best.
Been trying to seek out the best ever since that like club that medical club era hit. It was like, what place can I hit to find the fire? Who's got the fire?
What were your spots?
So like I was saying, CMC, Divinity Tree was dope as fuck. They're the first ones I seen really like, it wasn't creative labels, but it was labels on bigger jars with the strain name on them. Something like Burner had at Hemp Center. That was another good place.
Great spot, man.
Always had
we used to really like that.
Yeah. So,
and you would swing by them all.
Oh yeah, but swing by the ball. Who's got the good shit, bro? And
what were you, like? What was this type of stuff you were looking for back then?
I was more OG-ish. I'd say. The purple was like during that era. It was purple. You know, purple everywhere. They had a club in San Mateo that had the best purple. But then I was an OG guy too. Shout out 1944 Ocean. That was like my home club. It's in the same area in the city that I live in. And I remember this private reserve Skywalker OG, still the best OG I ever seen. I'd always get it when it was there. They had the 4-gram 8s. That one was always 60. And that was the one. And I've never come across it, I don't think. Like just super strong, powerful, potent OG, but had that sweetness on it. And yeah, man, that was me and my boy used to buy endless amounts of that. He used to buy the God's Gift too, because they had the private reserve God's Gift, and he used to mix them up and shit and roll that shit. So,
Pat God's been on that mix. I like that mix stuff.
Yeah, a little salad combo.
Man, like a way to mix it up. Shout out to Doja. He really started blending them things.
Yep, shout out Doja. Shout out that whole crew, man.
Mm-hmm.
Your lemon has a lot of potency behind it, bro.
Yeah.
This is potent weed. This is not for the beginning smoker. I'm gonna be honest. And most time lemon doesn't have that potency. This has some kick.
It'll give you a little bit of panic too, but it'll also lay your ass back. Like
I can feel it.
The highs fight with each other and
all that
shit's
speed
powerful.
racer. Yeah, I mean,
we call that shit relaxed intensity, Doug.
Yeah, relaxed intensity. I like that. Effect, relaxed intensity.
Someone looks at you
Like,
and you're chilled out,
sitting on the edge of your
racing.
seat, but you can still chill out.
Oh man,
Nah, it's true. Like when we took a hit out of the puff call, I was like, yo, this is that shit that just hits you and just ready to get up and just go do something.
Yeah, man.
Which is, I love that. I love that in cannabis. Like, that's my shit. I think we got one working lighter at the table.
I got you.
No, he got this and that.
Nah,
Yeah.
that thing's dead.
I never have a lighter, Doug. That's one thing I'm slacking in. I never got a lighter.
Man, so I mean, I'd love to talk about a few of these phenos. This is power.
I mean, so in the story,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's go back to the story. I'm
you're
still
club
in high
shopping.
school.
You're
There you go.
you're coming connoisseur, figuring out what's good, what's not. And you were into that Skywalker in your hometown, private reserve, and you ended up coming back. Have you came back around and you still fucking with them?
I'm always, bro. I live in the same spot. Huh?
Yeah.
Like, so, but they're closed now. 1944 Ocean. Hey, give them their flowers, man. They had the heat, and I think they used to fuck with Sherbinski too, because they were definitely like the Brazilian MMA types. You know,
Hey,
like
shout out to Big Sherb.
yeah. Shout out to him.
No, they like to smoke.
Yep. But yeah. I'll go. So we're talking about getting into the grow game. So we're talking about like 5-6 years later. Mom gets sick. It's like a slow deterioration. Like it's over years. So when things started to get really bad, that's when I started. It was like, this was like 4 years ago. The weed started getting bad. It started to turn commercial. Started to notice, cuts that were strains that were saying the strains they weren't the strains, on the tag, things like that. So I was fed up with getting hoot shit. And I was just like,
was this still Prop 215 or is this Prop 64 now at this point? Rec.
Still 215, but it's like pretty close.
It got watered down.
It's pretty close. Yeah.
I agree. It was watered down at the end. I think everyone was getting money hungry and scared of what was to come and just trying to flush out whatever the hell they could, because a lot of people had their own grows. And that was the thing about these shops. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, bro. So,
started basically hunting down seeds or what?
So I popped my first ones. I don't even really know like taking the clone taking process.
But it was bag seeds. You said right to
couple
start.
Bag seeds, but then I like kind of with that gold rush for breeders, like when seeds started fucking going crazy. Like before it was legal, but it was like right before like 17, 18-ish maybe. And they were Seed Junkie was pumping out fire. LemonUp's bred by Seed Junkie.
Shout out to
Big shout out Seed Junkie then. Wow. I didn't know that.
I don't think the people knew that.
This is phenomenal.
Yeah. If you look at the TKBX2 on the tag on the hash, that's his male. Like we all know he works with the TKBXs and runs them things deep,
That's why this is so potent too.
Yeah. Exactly.
Wow. Got you.
Yep.
I love your logo too, bro. So you basically started hunting down bag seeds, and was it a tent or did you build out a closet?
Tent. It was in my room. Tent. I was like, bro, fuck it. I'm gonna move out to the garage and rock the tent. Like I said, I didn't know the clone taking process. I thought once you harvest, you gotta pop some more seeds. I didn't even really know about clones and shit. Like, and I think that's highly valuable now from looking back at it. It wasn't then, but for sure is now,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Straight up.
It's a lot of extra work. Yeah.
It's a lot, bro. But
so one light turned to two and two turned to three.
One light, yeah. It's like I have very strict standards for the smoke. So like the shit needs to hit a certain standard at a certain size where I'm like, all right, bro, I'm gonna reinvest back in and let's go a little bit big. I'm not trying to overextend myself. I'm trying to go just a step bigger, and just it's the model feels right. It just feels right.
Got to make sense.
Yeah,
and it's organic.
Yeah, bro.
It's an organic growth for a business.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's like when we see it hit a certain standard, we're gonna. Yeah, we'll take the next step up. It's always how I've been, bro. It's just, I'm a smoker before a grower. That's how I've always been. So I package every 8 jar that goes out. Like I package every one of those. So that shit needs to hit a certain standard. And I know my shit goes for a ticket out for an 8 jar expensive out there. So like I have a responsibility to them. That shit needs to hit a certain standard, because at that price, they cannot get disappointed. You can't get disappointed at that price,
I love that, bro.
Yeah, I love 100%, that. Man. The QC's there, the quality's there.
Always. You'd always count on that.
Absolutely. When you were coming up with the brand and you seem like you've been doing everything solo.
Yeah.
What made you want to put the face on there with the beard as the weed?
I don't know.
That's what got my attention first.
I always been rocking the beard, and
shout out to the beard game for real.
Yeah. And then shout out, who was it, bro? It was Money Man. He had this CD, Grow God. It was before he blew up. Yeah, but he had this dope ass CD cover, and he had a sick ass floral, like hella shit on the head and all, but he had a sick like tree beard. And fucking that shit always stuck with me. I was like, bro, that's the fucking one for sure.
That was ballsy too, like putting the face on every jar.
Yeah, bro. I was
Right
like,
away,
am I
you know
gonna
what I mean?
put should I put glasses on? And people told me too, it's ballsy too, because it's like your face is all there. So it's like you really gotta own that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
all the way through.
yeah.
Yeah, but your passion is things true.
They say that the people that do that usually succeed more because it's everything. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
bro.
Like it's
Oh.
literally your name, it's your face, it's everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the people that use their name or you even use, you know, your face, that's for the cannabis game, that's as much as using your name as anything. You know what I mean? That's dope. That's
Yeah.
fire. I think you're the first person
And it's
that I've
also
seen utilizing it like that. You know what I mean?
it's kind of risky for the traditional market.
It is. But I mean, for you to claim it and, you know, come on here and put your story out and put your jars out consistently like this is dope. And it's something special. I know it's something people wait on.
yeah, bro.
It's something that isn't always readily available, which is, you know, that boosts the value to the marketplace. You know what
Every
I'm saying?
3-4 months, like
You know?
you can count on it being there, but when you see it, you better get it.
Right.
You know,
Not too
you know?
much of
Hell
it. It's
yeah.
it's not like that. And it's exclusive.
Yeah.
And talk about some of these jars, man, and some of these creations and kind of just your process into it. You know what I mean? Did you start meeting some homies and shit? Did you start, you know, how did you start putting things together? Just like, or has it been like a real solo process?
I've been soloing. Shout out Surefire. We linked up probably like 4 years ago. Not 3 years ago, probably when I started growing. A little bit before, I seen him at a couple events. Just got to chatting and shit. And when I found that lemon, he really liked it. I mean, everybody liked it. You know what I'm saying?
It's the real lemon.
Yeah. Like
Without the jack, with some kick.
organically, just getting people reaching out, like I need that, or like interested in like what's going on with this and that, and you know, so yeah, I always tried to stay like independent with it though, because you know, it's that saying that, you know, somebody offers you something for like something of yours, you know, that shit's like worth like 5 to 10 times what they're offering, you know. So just always try to keep that in perspective and just knows how special a plant it is, you know.
So you popped the seeds though from the seed junkie run, and you selected a female that you were like, this is something that I can back and that I really love smoking, or
yeah, the fun, or like I've always been on seeds, like genetics. I've always been fucking interested with that shit, like passionate, like always wanted to know the lineages, like not super deep into like the land race, but I'm trying to see like what flavors I'm liking and what's in it and the possibilities of what could happen there, you know?
yeah.
So,
And then now you're basically breeding yourself.
not quite. My home, like my really good friend, like helps me out in the garden and shit. I'm trying to get him on some breeding type stuff, so when I'm hunting out, I could keep like a male, give it to him, and then he could hit it at his house with all the cuts that I got, even all the cuts from the hunt. Keep the seeds of the ones that are looking like keepers. You know, see what they can do.
What are the crosses here? If you don't mind going through a few of them, man. I know everyone. I know he's excited. I'm excited. We're smoking.
These are all Skittle Gushers.
Skittles times Gushers.
Skittles times Gushers. Phenos. Yeah, so I'm packaging anything yet. But so I just labeled them. So I have like around 8 that are like, I've been hunting these things a year and a half. Like I popped these last July, like right after the pandemic. So it's been a long process.
And so this is what 3 reiterations of honing through females and keepers. And this is your final selection.
Yeah, these are my final ones, like the final 8. I'll take out the LemonUp. 2, 4, 6. I've probably got 2 more in the bag. But
And are you going to keep all these? These are signature line from you now?
no, I'm selecting down. I don't have enough room. I'm a small bat. I got 10 lights, so it's like,
I love that.
Yeah.
you know,
Hold on, go like this.
Shout out home
You
growers.
already know.
It's very
I
important.
fucking love that you got 10 lights, homie.
Yeah.
Straight up, because
Yeah,
that makes that shit special as fuck.
yeah.
What's your favorite one so far? Or have you not even got into all of them yet?
It's 15 is my favorite. I've given these out to a couple people this weekend. For
Yo.
sure. You guys got it right here. I'm sure you'll be
Straight up.
smoking
You
on
already
it.
know I'm gonna give some
You know.
feedback.
You
And I'm
know.
gonna keep it real.
Yeah, keep it real.
You already
Keep it real
know.
with me. And then number 9, this one, another special one. This smells like Fruity Pebbles or like some Fruit Loop dust at the bottom of the bag type
Some
shit.
sweet funk.
Yeah.
And your shit has got that homegrown look that I dig. Like I was just saying, I'm more so looking for jars than I am turkey bags. You know what I mean? Like, because the real fire is coming in. The fresh flame, when you get a good, it's coming in a jar. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's old
the
grower
real
tech.
the real growers that are still getting that small batch, like, oh shit, weed, it always comes in a jar. Like, it seems like.
Bro, I'm not even curing in turkeys anymore. I fucking said, fuck it, I'm buying Uline gallon jars. And fuck it if I gotta buy 50 of them
We
things.
were buying fucking
If I gotta burn
10s.
50 of them things,
We
fuck it.
were buying the tins and all these
Put
other,
them in
you
the
know.
dishwasher, the whole shebang, bro. Bleach them with alcohol, keep going, trying to clean out the smell, because when you got
Alcohol,
terps like
bro.
the ones you got,
Alcohol,
bro,
shaking them,
You gotta
trying to make sure it's
stains
dry
the
on
jar. Yeah. Dude, it's fire. And like, you got that this'll peel the sides off a jar, these terps. I'm gonna be honest, bro. You're growing fire and you're selecting what's fire. A lot of people have problems doing that, selecting what's really good, right? They might pick, you're like, this is the keeper. These are beautiful, bro.
Hey, yield ain't even on my, you know what I'm saying? Yield ain't even on my top 3, 4, maybe even 5. Like, I'm not tripping about that whatsoever, you know? So,
And this is the Skittles times Gushers 15.
yeah, that's it right there.
Ooh.
Well, what made you? So do you roll these like these on the regular? Like when you're smoking and shit, you use a wood tip and this is how you twist them? Or is it this something
I
you're...
definitely roll them, but I usually pack just a regular raw tip. But I found these wood ones.
Yo, this
I
is
was like,
player
let me
ass
fuck
shit
with that
though.
shit.
It dresses it up. You know, it makes it more special.
And it just hits a little nicer, you know what I'm saying? It's just,
Ooh, man, this one's funky.
Call that a little baseball bat
yeah.
with a wood tip.
I think
like
about
that.
Christmas.
Yeah, Louisville.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little mini slugger.
Yeah.
Oh man. Like
And it's
this thing.
god dang.
Yeah, I know.
That's the 15.
Yeah.
Man. What
He-
is that?
his
What is that to you?
selections.
What is that to you?
Christmas morning.
Shit is hard to explain. It's super sweet with the Skittle, but it's got that back end with the gusher on it. They shine through. I probably got like 3 Skittle heavy, and the rest were pretty dominant on the gusher.
I like it. I like the dominant gusher.
Pat
Yeah.
God, you have to try this right now. I mean, this is
This is what I got.
oh, yeah,
I'm
okay.
real too.
Holy hell.
I'm dry pooling it.
Wow.
And
bro.
I'm just appreciating the dry pool through the wood tip. It really lets you taste.
It's like that. It's a small, it's
I like
a small
that, man.
opening.
That's
So
player ass shit. You might have to put me on to that. I'm fucking with it.
organic tips, fuck. Yeah, that's what
Organic.
It is.
Shout out organic tips. Y'all better holler at my boy, man.
Yeah.
For real, he's about to put the world on it. You got to do some pre-rolls then. Something.
I know.
You gotta have to do something, man.
I always roll them up personally. I
You know
never.
what I mean?
in the jar, just like this, man. Just how we got them.
How do you feel?
Actually, I did hand roll donuts last drop. I did about 6 jars of them with 3 each.
Wow.
Hand rolled,
Put me on the list.
grown, broken down. Fucked with it wasn't my rosin, but
Put me
now
on.
it can be my rosin.
I need it on my shelf.
Yeah, bro.
Straight
Make it
up,
happen.
man. That's fire as fuck, man. Handcrafted. How do you feel about bringing other people into the team and growing the vision and stuff? I mean, what do you feel about that?
I mean, I just want to stay small batch, and like I never really want to take a step. I mean, I never say never, but I don't
Never
really want
say
to
never.
take a step up to like automate. I want to be able to like hand feed, I don't want to be too big to where I got to do automation or I got to start automating stuff. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to be in there and have it be manageable and not, pulling
Absolutely.
on my life,
What does that look like for you? Like since I guess it's grow talk in terms of lights, where do you feel your thresholds at? Where it's like still small batch and still handcrafted? You know what I'm saying? Because I ask people that, and I have the debate in my head, you know, and I know he has his opinion on it, and
it's hard. I mean, it's whatever. It's just the scale is sacrificing quality for quantity. That's like the scale you're looking at. So, however far you want to go on the scale, you still scale it to a good amount of quantity and still have the quality, but you know you're sacrificing as you step up and move up. You know,
It's tough.
so for Mr.
it's a tough
Kushington,
balance.
that line, what do you think the threshold is?
Like what size? You mean light? Like how big?
Yeah. I'm just kind of
He's contemplating.
this stuff.
I'm about to get a good answer out of him.
I say 20. 20. I don't. 20 is pretty
that
big.
pushing it?
That'd be double what I got right now, and that'd be
You need
just
some,
with clones and doing all that, keeping moms up. You know,
what do you feel that if you found a few other passionate people like you know, is there a way to still keep it small batch and have it more accessible for more people? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if people got together like that, like let's say 3 gifted people got together and created teams, is that, you know, how do you feel about that?
I think it's cool. It's whatever fits you.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever fits the people working together.
Like if you met some dope people and they're like, let's build this, and it was for real, what would you feel about it?
I feel let's go, but what I got going right now is like my shit. So, and just know I'm gonna be doing my shit too on the side because, like, I want a strain for my mom. I want shit like that. This is a personal
You need
brand.
creative control.
This is timeless shit.
You need creative control.
Yeah, exactly. It's timeless shit. You know, the brand I'm trying to create is timeless. You know,
Shit, you're creating, homie.
everything. Yeah.
We see the product on the table. That's getting product to market's crazy.
Yeah.
And you come in and dropping in LA is a special thing for us down there, you know, with the lemon and shit. That shit's fire. So to seeing you emerge on the market and shit, you've been making waves, you know, coming up and dropping heat. Talk to us about Ego Clash and these different new experiences and kind of, you know, getting around the other players and shit like that after talking to them, like how you feel about everything.
Shit, bro. It's crazy. Never thought about it. Like Ego Clash was dope. It was straight up a sesh with the 21 other contestants. Everyone was smoking and grading. Like there's some real factors in there too. So it's just dope chopping it up. Seeing what people prefer, terp flavor, just hearing in the background little comments about certain ones or hearing what type of shit other people are on, you know?
Yeah.
It's interesting. Yeah.
I've heard nothing but good things about that event, you know, real cultured event.
Very cultured, very exclusive.
Absolutely.
Like, they for sure put the locks on it this year.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, and it's real terps. I mean, people who actually are really doing the shit, like Pat God said. That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
So you were able to connect with a bunch of other big brands. You got any collabs coming?
No collabs, just staying, bro. It's exclusive, bro. No cuts for sale. I'm really putting in the work, bro. This is a year and a half of work.
Straight up.
And, you know, I'm down to partner up on different strains and stuff or different cuts I'm willing to let go, but just know I'm going to have my menu too. And
what about for extracts? You got any extract collabs you're going to be working now that you met all these extract guys?
Really, I'm just fucking with Gelt right now. Shout out to those boys. Seriously.
You're loyal.
Like, yeah.
Straight up.
Straight up.
They're doing a good ass job.
Homie was straight up chopping the shit with me, putting in full weekend, like full days, 8-10 hour days. It's like, bro, you show me value, I'm gonna show you value right back. And that's how this shit should work.
Love it, dude.
A lot of people think you can skip that part.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I could have fucked with plenty other people, but you know, people, you show me that right there. It's like I'm fucking with you, you know.
Like trial and error. How long do you think it took you to get the hang of growing?
Shit, I'm still learning, still still trying to have the best run every run. That's the goal every time. And yeah, bro, it is what it is. I don't know. I just lost my train of thought, but yeah,
no, it's all good. Like like you feel like you catch your stride a little bit, where you got some things down. It's getting a little bit easier on you and all that. You know, how long you think it takes? About a year and a half.
Yeah, probably like
2 years. 3
really
years.
get the hang of shit. Probably like 3 years. Shout out. I have to have a special shout out to Loud THC Organics.
Okay,
shout out them. He gave me game on BioBiz. I still use BioBiz to this day. Same type of recipe, and like whatever he's suggesting, like I'm rocking. Like,
he's an OG, man. He's an OG. He was at the Emerald Cup today, walking around, passing out all tied up collabs.
Yeah,
he's an OG. That's a great guy that you had, next to you.
But I was the first mentor, or probably one.
Yeah, type shit. Whereas like I was on IG. I was just DMing him like because I was a big fan of his shirt. He had the best shirt back in the day, and it was like. That was the first time I got put on like more exotic like sherbet. Like he grew, bro. That guy was crazy. So I just DM him, like shout him out and shit. You know, I don't even have like 100 followers, and then I decided to start growing, and then I'm asking him some questions. We sesh, link up. I see him at some events, and then
that's fire, bro.
Gives me some game what he does, and yeah.
Shout out the OGs that will open that door and will link up and be like, yo, yeah, I'm down. Let me share some knowledge. Let me help you out. Cause look what you just did. I mean, bro, look what you just built.
Yeah.
What made you want to go with the Skittles times Gushers?
Well, Skittles, bro. I need the Z terp. The Z terp's that's my favorite terp. That's my favorite terp right now. I'm like, definitely my palate changes, but right now it's the Z terp. Looking for it.
It is a Z thing right now.
Yeah.
Straight up. It really is. People are saying gas in the next year to come. So we'll see what's coming. But I think lemon, like you said, is a timeless terp.
Yeah.
So
that LemonUp, fire.
How you feel about the creations with that? You know, what you got kind of like up your sleeve with that strain to kind of like, you know, obviously, we'll keep original LemonUp in rotation. That's the staple.
Yeah, bro.
But to build up off of that, what you feeling on that?
It's a delicate thing because you don't want to bust something out and get people hyped.
You can't give them too much.
It's trendy right now. Like it's trendy to hop on the next best thing. Oh, it's this cross to that. So I want to keep that shit original for now, but. Definitely, I'll be doing some R&D in the background, dog. You know what I'm saying? And if something comes out, then it'll definitely be dropped. You know,
we'll be throwing some taste testing parties.
Yeah,
I got one request. I'd like to see you cross it to biscotti. I think because you got to watch out for it to get jacky. Because I think if you go more into a lemon with Skittles, you're gonna get a jack terp. This is gassy. That biscotti times that lemon, but. That lemon is so original by itself. Like Pat God said, it's so fire, bro. It's timeless.
What was Ray Bauman saying on your episode? He's like, where's the classic? Where's the original one at? Why? How come they never kept the original one? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's this crossed to this, why don't they have this that's crossed to this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, real talk.
Yeah. So
no, I like that you picked like on this pheno, and I like that you picked Gushers because. Classic ass strong strain.
Strong gas
structure. I mean, it's gonna get you high as fuck. You know what I mean? That's ultimately people want the effect. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shout out Canorado. Those were bred by Canorado.
Oh, huge shout out Canorado.
OG, triple OG. Canorado, we got to get the episode with you for sure. Yeah. He's been around since the jump, man. That dude's been putting in work with collabs like crazy. So this is dope. Then now to see this come alive. Wow.
Yeah.
That's fire as fuck. And you secured a good Skittles cut. One of the homies.
I just know he has access to those.
He popped this cross.
The big thing about it is you got to make sure your breeders are fucking with the right cut. It can't be the homie gave me this.
Popped all the seeds.
I never flowered it out, but I bred with it. I'm slapping this tag on it. You got to know the breeder has access to those types of cuts. And then
how'd you learn that?
I've just always seen Canorado with
You've been around.
yeah, he's been around and he's always had the gelato through the gelato eras and the cookie stuff.
But that's a
and all
priceless
that.
piece of knowledge you just said, because not a lot of people know that these breeders use a lot of cuts that aren't the real cuts. And so
Gotta be careful.
you spent a year and a half and you realize this isn't the real gushers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
a great piece of knowledge that you just laid
gotta
down.
know. Like when I'm interested in a pack or a cut, or not a cut, but a pack of seeds or lineage, like I'm searching the hashtag on IG. I'm searching every different combination of that hashtag. I'm trying to see what people are putting out of it. Is the breeder posting it? Is it, and also one other piece of game that shouldn't be given out.
Nah, give out all the game, man.
But people hate on breeders because of the femmes and then the herms, and to me, I like playing contrarian on that. I like that because a lot of people ain't gonna pop those, and usually the ones that are herming are the most exotic ones. I'll fucking go through that dirty work and to pull out a fucking gem. You know what I'm saying? Like
Straight up.
I love that.
And see, that's why the game is free, but the hustle sold separately.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can give it to them, but to do all that, you know what I mean? All the dirty work, that's a whole different conversation, man. So it's like, I don't even worry about giving out game.
Yeah.
Give it to them, you know what I mean? That's dope as hell.
You're laying down Bible lessons right now.
Yeah, bro. When people say don't fuck with femmes, just be like, cool, more for me. And it's usually an exotic strain or a pretty dope, something pretty dope that could possibly happen with it.
So you're saying there's a higher risk? Well, there's a higher reward behind it.
Exactly. Just like there is with everything. Everything in this world. Higher the risk, higher the reward.
Man.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah, exactly.
Could you tell us a little bit about the LemonUp as far as like any of what's in it? I mean, it's up to you, or what?
It's on the bottom of the hash jars. It's lemonade, so I don't know. There's a lot of discussion or debate around lemonade and lemon tree.
Yeah.
Did Burner about it from lemon tree? What 831?
Yeah, because lemon tree and orange tree just kind of disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Just one time I went to their booth at the event and it was just merch. I was like, "Where's the flower at?
Where's the tree?"
Yeah.
And they were out of Santa Cruz, and they have
shout out to
greenhouses.
Shout out to them too. Like,
yeah, we love to bring it back, man. Yeah.
Nah, my bro here, we got the LemonUp right here, man.
That's it.
We took a trip in the time machine, and we're right back here with it. And
You're
all
a
the
flavor
originals
maker.
are coming back. You know what I mean? And man, your time is here. 2022. What are we seeing? A lot of Skittles and Gushers in the production, or is it going to be?
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be one of these probably. You stay with the LemonUp and probably start trying to do a little more rosin.
Okay,
with the lemon.
I like that.
Any
They
breeding
need the
yourself?
Not right. I kind of want to, but not right now. Soon though. Soon. It's gonna be. It'll be special when it happens though.
These would crush as pre-rolls.
I'm getting into Skittles Gushers right now. Give my man give him a dab of that LemonUp, man.
Oh man, you want
Out
to
of
dab
the
of this?
Puffco.
Here,
Let me get right.
I'll sit you.
Get them all set up. Shout out to Puffco, man, for real.
Hey, I need me a Puffco. I don't have a rig. Shout out, I don't have a rig. Shout out whoever's gonna give me a rig.
Yo, for real. If anyone can hook my man Mr.Kushington up with a rig,
Just so I can taste test the batch every time.
Maybe he can hook you up with some LemonUp rosin or cold cure.
There we go.
These new Puffcos are hidden, bro, with the 3D chamber. I'll get you something set up now.
About to get into this Skittles Gushers right here with the wood tip.
Would you like the LemonUp, Mr. Kushington, or would you rather have the Skittles Gushers?
Oh, wow.
LemonUp.
Oh, this
Yeah. How's that?
smooth. That's what I fuck with. I got baby lungs, so my shit's got to be smooth. You know what I mean? Like I'm just being real. I gotta have smooth, but I like to keep the terps, and I think that there's a fine line with that. What's your medium? Are you growing in soil, cocoa?
Yeah, soil all day.
When it
Soil all
vibrates,
day?
go for
Yeah,
it.
soil
I can
all
tell.
day.
I can tell the terps are strong.
When it vibrates, yeah.
When it vibrates, go for it.
I can tell the terps are strong.
And you get a good
grown.
flush too. You do flush on your strains, or
Yeah.
what do you
Keep it fluffy. You keep it fluffy.
Always flush.
Yeah.
Always, yeah.
I've seen a lot of people go back and forth lately about that. I get a lot of drama in the DMs. I'm sure you do. You know, I love it, bro. Look at this. What is this pheno right here? I keep seeing this jar right here. If you don't mind,
the lighter.
So this is the 4.
Whoa.
So this is the Zot's Gushers. So this is the only one on the table that has the Skittles Gusher.
Oh shit!
I kept seeing it and I kept wanting to grab
That's
it.
another Colorado. He had a Gusher drop, so that's hence all the Gushers. He had a Gusher drop, hence all the Gushers. Peep this one.
Wow.
So the Zots,
this has got the gas.
the Zots is I think it's a Skittles times Gelati times King Louis OG.
Oh wow.
Bro,
But that's just the Zots, and then that's hit to the Gushers.
yo, so
Craziness.
I love the fucking look of your weed, man. This is real gas.
LEDs popping. LEDs popping. This is my
LED?
first LED.
This is
run.
LED?
This is my first LED.
Wow.
Are you
run.
serious?
Yeah.
Can you tell us which LEDs you're using?
Thinkro.
Thinkro.
Yeah. Shout out
Miami
Surefire
Mango?
too. Yeah. Shout out Surefire. He put me on game on those.
Yo,
You make me want to switch all my lights out. I'm gonna be totally open and honest, bro. That's your weed is
I
unbelievable.
would have never said this was LED grown, bro. This looks homegrown here,
Yeah,
like
bro.
HPS style.
Yeah.
All these jars, this kept jumping out. This has a crazy look, bro. This is your selection, your keeper out of that run.
He's
This
not
was all
sure
the
yet.
same run.
He's not sure
This
yet.
was all the same run. So
Wow.
I popped about 45 seeds.
Listen, number 4 and number 15 are definitely jumping out the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got any of that at Emerald Cup, you are
'Cause look at
lucky.
this. Resin ring, white ash, motherfucking wood tip.
That LemonUp's a hard one to crack too on the flush. You really got to learn your ins and outs. And I'm still improving on it, but that one's a hard one. Whereas you could do the same exact flush for other shit and get pure white, and you'll still get a
Look
little
at the resin
peppery
ring
on the
on that.
LemonUp. You know,
Can I ask this? You've done flush and you're talking about flush and non-flush. You can tell the difference when you don't flush or when you don't get the right flush.
I think so. But it's also you need to taper down. It's not about going balls to the wall through week 6 or 7. You need to be tapering 6, 7, and getting ready for the flush.
Off everything.
You know,
Game.
yeah,
Big
Yeah,
game.
you got to taper it down. It's just like anything,
yeah.
you know, supplements, medicine,
Take it down
anything.
light.
Yeah. Take it up, then take it back down.
And it also makes the flush easier when you go into it because you've already been tapering for 2 weeks.
Yeah. You turn your lights down as well towards the end, or no?
No, I'm pretty much running them for sure.
Beautiful, beautiful herb.
Yeah,
Great
thank you,
job,
bro.
man.
Thank you.
Bro, so to all the home growers out there, people that want to maybe get started, you know, what's your advice to them?
If it's really a passion, start out with one light, only grow seeds. You ain't guaranteed making money off that. You definitely ain't making money off that if you're just growing it. You're just smoking on it. Just like I was just growing it to smoke it, you know. But it had to be a certain standard or like certain level. So just always
How
worked
long
on
did it
getting
take
better.
you growing from seed before you got to that standard of what you were looking for?
Like year and a half. Yeah, bro, you should have seen my first batch, bro. First couple of batches was just like all juiced up and like, where's the taste at?
That's a lot of people's batches.
Uh-oh.
Nah.
No,
not
but
gonna
it
start
is.
that.
It is, but yes.
There's been a lot of terpless weed that looks really good.
That's called the rec market right now.
But yeah, I mean, it seems like you've advanced quick though, man, to be real with you. And I think it, you know, the proximity of where you're at, you know, the state, if it's about passion, they can start from seed, start with one light and go get a tent. What's the setup? Run them through the setup.
Yeah, go get a tank. Go get you 1,000 watt HPS, or you go 600 if you know, trying to get things too hot. You gotta get exhaust fan and all that shit though, and fan for the light. But yeah, AC pretty much. I had a bedroom and my tent was in the bedroom, and then I had a hole in the wall and it ducted out, and I'd shoot the air through the 1,000-watt directly out.
Could you give us some game on the soil you use?
Yeah, simple, dude. Just Roots Organic Original. I don't want my soil having too much in it. Like I'm already feeding newts into it, so
you keep it kind of fluffy, right? Like
I like it being more porous. Like I like stuff flowing through it. Like I'll add more perlite.
Yeah,
but I don't like my shit having too much, being too hot. And I don't need that. I'm already feeding newts. You know what I'm saying? So
you want it as a base, and then you might have given us some game on nutrient line.
Yeah, BioBiz. Rocked with them since the first time I poured newts. Like I've been doing it, just trying to hone in the feeds and the recipe. And yeah, shout out. Loud key piece of information was the silica. Whatever one you use, like you gotta cut it early. It'll hurt you if you use it late, and a lot of people don't know that.
What, week 2, 3, 4 in bloom?
3, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Probably 3, 2 if it's a 8. A lot of these I pulled at 8 because like the Skittle is a more terpy up front. Like I know a lot of people that chop Skittle super early if they're putting it in rosin or doing rosin. Like they'll chop it early. So I think here's another piece of game. Earlier the terpier, longer the more powerful. But you need to find the right balance on what days. That may take 2 runs, it may take 6 runs, but if you can find that balance, that's when you know you got something special. You need to find that right balance. You know?
Run that back one time.
So earlier the terpier,
yeah.
longer you get more power, stronger.
Earlier the terpier, longer the stronger.
Game.
Yeah.
I like that, man. That's
and you got to find the right balance, though. That's not the whole sentence. You got to find the right balance within that scale of what people are fucking with
For each strain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man,
so
you
what
care.
do you think like on the LemonUp?
So the LemonUp, I pulled earlier the terpier, and I already know this shit has power through 63. That's when I run it through 62, 63. So I've been chopping them a little earlier, and the lemon's been coming out more. Power's still there. As you could tell,
Nice
this one is
fresh.
the one you guys smoked was the LED, the first LED batch.
You know that by going real long and then going by and short and trying to figure out that
Trying
range.
to figure out if there's different. Like I always have, like since I have my HPS room, because I got 4 HPS lights and then 6 LED. Because I did my new room and I was like, I'll get these LEDs, but like this shit's really gonna have to show me something to get off these HPSs. Because like what I've been able to do with that, you know.
Straight
so that shit's trying to convince me though, because it's like
this shit's got nose burning terps.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're crushing it, bro. That's why I ask your specific setups and stuff, because
bless you.
Any grower, yeah, exactly. Look, any grower. I mean, if you got sinus ish, you know what I'm saying? But any grower would be so proud to have something like this as their crop, man. You are growing fire.
The resin ring, everything, man. Like for real.
Terpy. Bring back the terps. I mean, hash makers would
bring
be
back
tripping.
the shout out Woo, Shoe to Woo. Out in Chicago. He says terps with power. He's also the one that kind of brought along this like small batch movement. Like,
yeah, for real. I've been hearing that name. So shout out to the homie Shoe.
Yeah, shout out Shoe.
And shout out Cash Tremation, because that's how I heard the name.
Yep, exactly.
So, and if he's fucking with your shit, he already knows. So
yeah, Shoes, he kind of did that small batch like campaign with the no budget gang. Because like, who's this dude coming out here with no budget? Hey, bro, keep the terps in California, or keep whatever, the small batch in California. And there's this dude, you know, doing this thing, like no budget gang.
No budget gang. Shout out to the no budget gang then, man, for real.
It's the real can culture.
I'm fucking with it. Let's go. Let's run it. No budget gang on the smoke.
Straight up.
And that's how it's going to be. It's supply and demand. And if it's small batch, you know, that's how it'll be, man. And it's dope to see you coming on the scene and making such a wave with all this fire ass product on the table. And these are timeless terps. Like you said, I feel like I just got in the terp machine, or the time terp machine, and went back and got that lemon back. For real. That's dope, man. Keep that shit alive and keep thriving with all this shit you're doing. Thank you for sliding up on us.
Bro, appreciate it, bro. It's a blessing just to be on the mic with the same legends that have been on here. You look at the lineup you guys had. It's just
OGs.
Doing it for the game, man, and embracing every part of the game. You know what I mean? So thank you for stopping by. And,
one more thing. I got to tell you one more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing is, so back when you guys were first starting, you had Sure Money on.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out
my
Sure
brother.
Money. I'm sitting in the garden. You guys start talking about lemon terps.
Yeah,
I'm in the garden. I'm in the mornings, Monday morning. I'm in the garden doing my shit. All of a sudden, the subject comes on lemon terps, and then all of a sudden, better not be Jack, better not be that shit. And I'm like, oh, dog, only if these fools knew. I was sitting in my head, I'm thinking, I'm watering my shit, like, only if these cats knew the LemonUp. And all of a sudden, he goes, hey, you heard this dude, Mr. Kushington?
I said it wrong. Hey, don't hold me back on that, because everything we do is freestyle, first take. Yeah. It's really raw. We don't do no dramatization or scripted, none of this shit
out.
But I do mispronounce names, and
it will never happen again with you now.
I really smoked a jar for real.
Then he goes, yeah, Mr. Kushington, and then Sure Money goes, that LemonUp. And I was like, oh my God, there it is. And I was like, that's
damn,
what's
you
up.
heard that while you were watering your garden?
I'm talking while I was watering, like 2. In the morning, like I'm up early, like doing my shit. So
that's awesome,
man. That's fire as fuck. And now here, episode 31, we're right back around Emerald Cup 2021. And I got my man, Mr. Kushington 415 on this bitch. And you're laying down some heat. Third place Ego Clash?
No, I didn't place.
You didn't place?
I did not place.
Okay.
I think
see how I say the wrong things and shit.
I get all
mixed up and shit.
Yeah.
But I thought it was dope that you were out there and they're embracing the
shout
young
out
homie.
Third Gen. Like I got to link with some people I wouldn't have been able to link with, like just in general settings, and those types of sessions are a lot more valuable than winning a prize.
It's a real cannabis community.
Yeah.
Just being in the building and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Young, independent.
Yeah.
Small batch homie, Mr. Kushington.
Did you procure any seeds that are about to get popped? Are you going to put us on some game on maybe what's coming up next?
What's coming up next is trying to get the winners of these and just like the 1 or 2 into production, and then you always got to be popping. So I'm working. So my boy actually did do a little breeding project with a male I kept from this hunt and hit him. And so I'm just testing out those right now. I just got about 5 or 6. I just want to see what the male did. My boy was like, let's pull up with them at Ego Clash. And I was like, we got to see what the male does first. Like, I know the investment people take when they buy seeds and then invest to pop them, because that's at least a 9-month project. And
minimum.
You really got to be ethical in that area, and a lot of people fuck up in that, a lot of breeders and stuff, by not doing their job. But people are not only investing whatever in the pack money wise, you're talking their time for 6 to 9 months.
Bro, it's like having a kid.
Yeah,
9 months
straight up,
minimum.
Straight up.
And then you got to terminate him. For most breeders, I'm talking most breeders. My bad. I had a flashback.
Listen, coming from the hoarder of all strains, this guy's got strains from fucking 10, 15, 20 years ago. But man,
I'm a fan of the industry. I'm a fan of you, bro. I love what you're doing, and I don't look at follow count. I know that you're going to be up there with 100,000. You're growing fire, and people need to know.
The right people are fucking with it.
It's the product.
It's the right people.
It's the product that matters. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. All the love. Like when I do a drop, no one's like, dog, let me get more. Let me get this. Let me get. Everybody's like, I'm cool with what I'm gonna get, and I fuck with everybody for that. That's fucked with me, because it's that's big. I know a lot of people wouldn't do that, or people are trying to always get what's in it for me. How much can I get?
No budget gang trying to clear it out, man.
The whole room.
Reseller.
For real.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. We'll wrap it up.
Appreciate
Mr.
you guys.
Kushington, episode
Yes, sir.
30 is first smoke of the day. You already know what it is. Peace.
Yes, sir.
No Jack.
No Jack over here.
Line it up all day, baby.
Let's get it. Yo, what's up, First Smoke family? Just want to take a few seconds to shout out some special partners of the show. Make sure you guys go check out Grow Generation, the largest hydroponic retailer in the nation, over 60 retail stores, growgeneration.com. They also carry some awesome products there. Blackleaf, tell them a little bit about our next sponsor, Power SI.
Man, the hands down the best potassium silicate on the market. This is what I use in my garden. This is what the best growers in the country are using. This is what the best growers in the world are using. This is the potassium silicate for growers.
For more information on our partners, click in the description below. We're going to include all the links, all the information, everything you guys need to know to get down with any of these companies. Shout out to Grow Generation, Power SI. We appreciate you guys. First Smoke family forever.
Hey, what up? It's Blackleaf. I'm here to talk about one of the sponsors for First Smoke of the Day podcast, AthenaProducts.com, Athena Nutrients. If you want to see some of the premier growers in the country who rock Athena products, check out Athena.ag on Instagram, and you can see everybody who rocks with Athena. First Smoke of the Day podcast, Athena Plant Nutrients.
Yo, Jungle Boys have been playing with fire since 2006. Pioneer cultivators based out of Los Angeles. You can find their product at TLC Collective in LA. For more info, go to jungleboys.com and follow @JungleBoys on all platforms. Welcome to the jungle.